it shortens your muscles, makes you very tight, and Sam's going to start touching on all of those sorts of... When you get tight muscles and short muscles, it'll help lead to injuries. Just last month.
Right, I'm going to be very quick. Can everyone just stand up for me? Have a big stretch. Open the toes. And shake that and sit back down. When you sit back down, sit up nice and tall, have good posture. Been sitting down for nearly 2 hours, so you're going to sit on the bike for a lot longer. My name is Sam. I'm a personal trainer. I've built my business on, I guess, my experience and my knowledge of running, riding and paddling. I'm an adventure racer by trade. I do super long 24-hour mountain bike rides, 100k runs, 10-day races. So when you talk about riding to Cairns, it all is about having the right gear that the boys have just done, having the right nutrition and having the right body posture. And that's what I specialise in. I go to studio in the city and I'm a big fan of good posture, good core strength and flexibility. Can anyone raise their hand and tell me who stretches after a ride? And who has an ITB roller? Who knows what an ITB roller is? Excellent. Well, that's a little more than normal. And they're great fun, aren't they? They don't really hurt. So I obviously use ITB rollers a lot, and you can just about roll every muscle. Very similar to getting a massage with a masseuse's elbow being dug into you. However, it doesn't cost you much money, and you can do it in your lounge room. And as I know, we are all time poor, and we want to try and ride our bike as much as possible. But if we have a muscle imbalance, riding your bike won't actually fix that. You can ride and ride and ride. You can do 500 k's a week, but if you've got a weak glute or tight hamstrings or sore calves, it's not going to help it. To fix that, you actually need to hop off the bike and go and fix it yourself with stretching, with ITB rollers, with massage, or correct exercises. And a lot of the time, it comes back down to what profession we're in. If you're sitting at the desk all day, we all have rounded shoulders, we have bad posture. And then we hop on the bike and we do the same thing. And so that's not going to fix it. So we go in and all of a sudden we do nice shoulder rotation, good core and better posture. And then when we hop on the bike, we feel better. And like I was saying before, when you look down to get your drink bottle out, if you've ridden 50 or 60 k's and you're a little fatigued, that's when accidents start to happen and that's when our energy is zapped. But if we have better posture, all of a sudden we can sit better, all our muscles are working as one. The biggest thing, and when the guys were talking about being clipped in, is having nice pelvic tilt. A lot of people have square hips because we always slouch, and we've been sitting here probably slouching for most of the afternoon. And when we stand, we straight away we slouch. So when we hop on the bike, we slouch. So we need to get our hips nice, our back nice, our core and our shoulders out. And you try and sit on a bike like that without thinking about it for a long period of time, it's very, very hard. So I would train that off the bike, and the more you practice it, and I would say every 30 k's or even every 20 k's, you think about it again, and honestly, your riding is easier. You'll ride at the same average speed with less effort. But you can't practice that on the bike. So that's what I'm here, and I'm going to come on the ride this year, and I've done it a few times, and it's great to line up for the people to give you a massage, but I'm going to bring along the ITB rollers and some great stretching and flexibility stretches that target cycling, and because we all get the same sore muscles and we all have the same problems, and I'm going to try and do my best to fix that.
Do it after the pub or before?
Hopefully before, so that you can walk to the pub. So that is my little take on it. So, and because there's a lot of new riders all the time, you may have pre-existing conditions from rugby back in the day, or if we've got sore knees or we've got a bad back, riding won't fix it. You need to fix that before you hop on the bike, and then you'll enjoy your cycling more and you'll ride better, and then all of a sudden you're going to enjoy that experience, and you won't have your head down looking at your drink bottle thinking, I'm in the hurt locker. So that is my little take, and being able to get all your muscles to fire at once is pretty tricky. Glute strength is a big one, and the glutes line the knees up to make the legs work like pistons. And if you're pushing your toe or if you're pointing your toe, you'll overwork your quads and you'll overwork your hamstrings. If you haven't got your pelvic tilt done right, you might have this great bike fit, which the boys will fit up for you. My job is to make the body work for that great bike fit. And that's how those pros get right down to the bottom, is they're so flexible and their core strength is so good that they can sit on those bikes in those aggressive positions. So I don't expect people to be able to do that straight away, but And being everyone having different issues with shoulders, with legs, with knees, you know, it's very custom per person, and then you do a program specialising that person, and all of a sudden your riding will improve. But it is consistent, it doesn't happen overnight, and now I guess is the time, you know, if you've got niggles or you're not feeling comfortable on the bike, you go and see Mike, you get the fit done, and they go, well, hang on, you're really tight in your hamstrings or your adductors, or, you know, your core's not quite right, you might be really sore in the neck. You go and see a masseuse and they go, yeah, wow, you're all knotted up. But if you keep riding without fixing that issue, it's just going to be a revolving circle, and you know, you keep having those problems. So that's where I like to fix it, and because I've been to so many places and they go, geez, you're sore here, you're tight there, and I'm like, well, what can I do to fix it? And that's, you know, and there's so many exercises out there that are quite simple. Once you are educated on them, you can do them in your lounge room. You can wake up, if you've got the kids, or you know, you haven't got time to ride, but you can do this great range of exercises that will improve your cycling. And you can do it at home with minimal equipment, still working on our goal of riding the Cairns. So that is what I want to, and I'm able to help you with. I've got some cards I can hand out. There's different classes that I run. I have various options, and that's it.